Carson Brown from Mini Rider Magazine, and we've been up here restoring and racing vintage bikes lately. I am up here with the holy grail of all kids' vintage bikes, the 1983 Honda CR60. Guess who had one stuffed in the back of his garage and probably didn't even know about it? Jimmy Lewis from Dirt Rider Magazine. We had him send it up here in a bucket of bolts, and for the last 6 months we've been restoring it, and this is the outcome. Here's my dad, Dwayne Brown from BBR Motorsports, to tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah, back in the 80s, Honda just ruled the motocross world. They had some of the best riders ever. Hanna, Bailey, O'Mara, even Danny Magoo they had on the team. They were hand making every piece on those race bikes in order to win. So that's kind of what we wanted to do with this CR60, was make it look like one of those early vintage Honda works bikes. We started out by making the aluminum gas tank for it. We put vent holes all the way through that run back to the air box, just like Honda did on those early race bikes. We even did the aluminum one-piece subframe airbox setup, just like those bikes had. We did a cone pipe for it that was just a little bigger than stock. The trickiest part of doing this whole thing was we wanted to make it so Carson could actually race it. He thinks he's going to race this thing in the 60 class. But what we did was we took the BBR E6 forks and we cut, machined, ground, and painted them to look like the old work Showa forks from back in the day. In the back, we used the BBR Elka shock that has compression and rebound adjusters on it. And then we made the Coke bottle type swing arm, just like those old factory bikes had. Keep that vintage look going. What else did we do? The motor, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, we put a KX65 piston and carb on it, so it just rides like a modern day bike.
Yeah, the thing's actually amazingly fast. Even in 83 bone stock, these things were making 12 horsepower, so they weren't slow. They were little rockets. Now this one's making like 14, so it's not that far off of a modern day bike. Tell them about some of the controls.
Since I'm such a detail freak, we did a silver clutch lever and a black front brake lever, just like they did back then and still do now.
Yeah, who knows why they're doing that. Somebody at Honda's gonna have to tell us about that. We ended up making, as many little things as we could. The brake pedal cover, just like they were doing back then. We beefed the frame up. I think an adult Jimmy Lewis got to this bike. Everything was pretty well worked on it. But we kind of cut the frame apart, beefed up all the welds, increased some of the tube sizes so that Carson can go big on this thing. What do you think? You want to take it out and take it for a test ride?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's not do that one test ride where you flat the back tire, put a big square spot in the front rim, droop the foot pegs down, break one lever off, have some noise that we've never heard coming out of the motor knocking, and then you're pushing it up the driveway. Let's not do that one.
Try not to, but it always seems to happen.
Yeah, it does. Let's take it for a test ride.
fun, and you should come up here and relive the glory days.
All right, Carson, what do you think?
This thing is awesome.
That's cool. So our 200 plus hours of labor paid off for your 1 hour riding?
For sure.
Cool. Well, on to the next project. What one should we do next?
CR125?
CR125? Yeah, we should put a CR125 motor on one of these.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it.
I don't know, Jazz. I think I may have found a new best friend.